Good evening. Welcome back to Play the Hits. This is Max with a run through of Shenmue. And Chris, I have a question for you tonight.
What's that, baby?
Do you know where I can find some sailors?
Choo choo, motherfuckers, all aboard the nostalgia train.
I'm thinking we'll
dig that load time.
Yeah, right. Let's see. I guess we'll. Oh, yeah. I'm sure I trained my shit. So
Yeah, Rio needs to sleep.
We should be getting there. I think it's like we're doing the 3 blades.
Yeah, that's right. 3 blades.
And then it's like finding sailors, and then I don't get my job just yet, but
no, it's a little while before you're gonna get your job.
All right.
I mean, you've got. Let me think. You've got to find the guys at the bar. You've got to go into the underground gambling den. What else do you have?
Ine-san is always there.
Shoot. You've got to get to the docks and meet Goro before you even get the job.
Yeah.
You've got a ways to go. We've got a couple episodes of Shenmue goodness ahead of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. I gotta, you know what? And it has been a while. I really gotta just review. Ooh, that's not the cat. That's just some random cat.
That's a cat.
All right.
It sits up and looks at you. I have no quarrel with you, sir. Please.
Can I feed it to the other cat to make it
QTE time. I think this is meant to be your introduction to QTEs, but you did one yesterday, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I got into I was just looking for a fight.
Yeah. This is like zero consequences. He caught it literally with the tip of 2 fingers.
Yeah, but be careful when
that is how martial arts Rio is.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait up, Yasuo. Wait for me.
So remember that. Wow.
We need to redub their voices with Lil Jon. Okay. Yeah.
All right. So that's I'm not. I think it's a bad idea to teleport, at least for right now.
Yeah, you should probably feed that starving cat that you're cruelly keeping in a box.
Oh, well, wait. How do I feed it?
Are you cold?
Maybe you don't.
You can. I think maybe he has to like trust you or something.
Okay. Yeah, Rio, it absolutely is cold because you're keeping it on a cement slab in a cardboard box overnight.
Look at that fucking shadow, though. What the hell's going on?
It's a hell of a lot better than the original Dreamcast shadow.
How are you doing? Hey, see you soon.
I like the whiskers on the shadow. That's weird. Anyway,
I was looking at a Mario. You know, you see these things all the time about like, oh, Mario 64 and Unreal Engine 4 and Ocarina of Time and all this stuff.
Yeah.
They're like, oh yeah, I already got the food up here.
Yeah.
But I saw one like 2 days ago. This guy's been working on running Mario 64 through like an engine and placing like drop shadows and everything and putting it through like making it ray tracing basically.
Oh yeah,
I have no idea.
Activating ray tracing. Yeah.
Yeah, you've seen that?
No, but I'm familiar with the concept of like taking old games and just adding modern filters over them. It actually like you get some mixed results, but overall it's pretty impressive.
Yeah, and like the Unreal Engine things, it's like, okay, this looks nice, but even back in the day, I would have been like, wow, these graphics are crazy, but it just looks weird, like lifeless and too shiny and stuff.
Yeah, because like the skeleton of the game itself it's just from a different era, you know? Like it's kind of like why HD remasters of games are sort of hit and miss, because you can make them look shiny and redo the lighting all you want, but like if the game itself is clunky, then it's gonna feel awkward when you have like a mirror sheen on it, you know? I almost like prefer this method where all that they did was put it into widescreen and, you know, just polish up the lighting and shadows a little bit. Like,
yeah. That's one of my favorite things is when you make a 4:3 game widescreen and it works without messing anything up.
Exactly. I feel like this game would actually look weird with suddenly like high res textures.
Mm-hmm.
Because like Rio walks like a fucking robot and he talks like, you know, through a tin can. So
it's also like if you're gonna high res, you gotta high res everything.
Exactly.
Like,
in some games, like only do the character models. Yeah.
Yeah, they'll do the character models high res, but then I think FF10 suffered from this. Is like the character models look pretty good. Actually, they looked good on the PS3. They further refined them on PS4 actually. but then like the backgrounds, you would see that they were kind
some of them were
fuzzy.
pretty muddy. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was just like, oh, you guys didn't do anything.
The nice thing was I actually played through it on the PSP version, and on a screen that small, who gives a shit, you know? It's just like,
I think that guy's like
it's just
gunning for
portable
Rio's ass,
FF10, which still blows my mind.
which is still awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Like when you think about like PS2 games being portable, I know we've been living with this for more than a decade now, but like it still blows my mind that games like Shenmue and FF10 are now like $5 iPhone games. You know,
I know.
It's crazy to think about that. Like games that would have been absolutely cutting edge for their time are now available on my fucking phone that I carry with me everywhere.
Yeah, it's like I think about the most powerful computers like 15 years ago,
Oh, I
and
know.
it would have been like 50 gigabytes or something.
Yep.
And now this tiny little thing that is a third of the size of your thumb can carry like 2
Yep.
terabytes.
Oh
it's
yeah,
just
and like
nuts.
if you buy a phone and you get like the like base memory model, well, you better not fucking download any games, you know, because even iPhone games nowadays are like 10 gigs.
Yeah, this is just opening up.
Oh,
What is
sweet.
this? Oh, the Asia travel code. No,
You have to
no,
go
thank
there
you.
at some point, don't you?
At some point. I'm not ready to get
Oh.
scammed just yet.
Hey, that reminds me, like, total side note, kind of our first tangent conversation for the evening. This week, over the weekend, I had to get a new work laptop,
Yeah.
just because of, like, the increasing video demands of my job. So I sold my old one for a decent price. And
Was this the Surface
yes,
that you sold?
Yeah, I sold the Surface, and I picked up a MacBook because I'm part of the Apple ecosystem. It's a damn powerful device with the M1 chip, and it looks nice. I'm ready to join the Apple cult. And so,
Yeah.
but side note, like even though it is my work device, because I paid for it myself, it's a personal device too. So I can put. It's kind of the nice thing about not having a work device that's owned by my work. I can put whatever I want on it, and
Yeah.
so I've got OBS, I've got Discord, just in case we ever want to stream any Mac stuff. And to that end, it turns out if you buy a new Apple device, you get... This is going to sound like an Apple ad, but, we can't have ads because we're not monetized or popular. So, but if you buy a new Apple device, you get 3 months of Apple Arcade for free. And so I figured...
Oh, yeah.
you might know where I'm going with this. I figured, sure, what the hell, and I browsed it, and I found a game that was so off my radar that I knew nothing about it. Can you guess what that game is?
Shit, what is it called? I know it's Hironobu Saku. It's Miss Walker game.
Fantasia.
Fantasia. There we go. You started playing it?
Yeah, and like for a game that I'm essentially getting for free with my MacBook for 3 months, it is blowing my freaking mind. It's basically like if they had made another PS2 era Final Fantasy game, but just with shinier graphics. Like it seriously looks and feels and plays just like that. It is a turn-based game, and the closest I could identify it is kind of FF10's combat system. It's completely turn-based, and like they show you the order of who's going to attack and everything. But oh my gosh,
so not like active ATB.
No, nothing like that. But like some of the gimmicks come in with like the different techniques and like how you basically can drag your mouse cursor or your thumb if you're playing it on mobile and aim at enemies and stuff like that. So that's kind of unique. But like plot wise,
like a true mobile taking advantage of touchscreen without feeling gimmicky.
Exactly. So but like plot wise, music wise, and graphic wise, it basically is a Final Fantasy, but Hironobu Sakaguchi.
It just can't.
Yeah, he can't call it Final Fantasy anymore, so they call it...
it's kind of like Bloodstained is not Castlevania.
Right.
It's like, sure.
It's like a tongue-in-cheek, like even the title is a reference. It's not Final Fantasy, it's Fantasia. Yeah, and like, it's not Castlevania, it has nothing to do with vampires, it's Bloodstained.
But they got the old team back together again, right? Like
they
Sakaguchi's at the helm.
Yeah,
but they got
oh
Uematsu.
my god. Like I'm only like an hour into it, and like...
Oh, wait a second.
For a game that yesterday literally was not even in existence for me, like I haven't read anything of it, I haven't looked at it, like I even had to look up whether the main character was a male or female because he's so freaking androgynous.
Yeah.
It's like, Holy shit! But I'm definitely going to be playing through it, and then come like November or whenever Part 2 comes out, I'm probably going to actually pay the $5 for a month of Apple Arcade just to play the second chapter.
Welcome.
Yeah. I'm really hoping it escapes out of Apple Arcade. Nothing against Apple Arcade. I think what they're doing is definitely really cool.
Well, yeah, and that's the other thing. Like, Apple Arcade is a little better than I gave it credit for. Like, I never touched it because, subscriptions... Like, I like to own my games, but at the same time, I can appreciate what they're doing, and like the games that they have on here, like there's some real gems for $5 a month.
Yeah,
especially if you're playing them on your computer instead of on your phone. Like because touch screen controls just get after a little bit, but on the computer, you can connect a Nintendo Switch controller and just
dude, I didn't even think about that. That you could do that on like an iMac or what do you call the laptops? The AirPads or something.
You may even... Let me check this out.
My father's 80 years old.
One second.
He owned a shop in Yokohama from before the war. Maybe he knows.
He's been in hospital for the flu.
No, it's not. Okay. I was going to see... I was wondering if there was an Apple Arcade program for Windows. I would be very surprised if Apple didn't make that happen at some point, though.
Perhaps he's
like something gets really big and they want to tap into more markets, like what iTunes or something.
Exactly. Yeah, like iTunes and everything else is on Windows, and freaking Microsoft Office runs perfectly on a Mac. So why the hell not?
I agree. I don't know. It's kind of like Microsoft's strategy right now, where they're picking and choosing. Like, I mean, Apple makes a good profit on their what do you call it? Like they're very marked up, not to like shit on them or anything.
Yeah.
It's their strategy. It's like, hey, pay a lot, you get great customer service, and you get, like a pretty premium product. So
right. And I gotta say, like, starting with just my old iPod, and then in 2012 graduating to the iPhone, and then like basically it just snowballing from there. I do enjoy Apple's like. Basically, I consider, like, my PC and my Mac devices, like, kind of two different ballparks, Like, like if I want to do some, like, video recording and gaming, I'm going to my Windows desktop. If I want to do, like, lightning-fast productivity and just, like, kind of have a... How do I even put it? It's like a computing experience that I don't have to think about at all. Like I go for my Mac, that's, and now like having two devices within like 3 feet of each other, it's kind of nifty. Like I am enjoying it. Like I used to be firmly in the camp of like, well, I've had Windows my whole life, I'm not gonna freaking learn Mac. There's really nothing to learn. It's like, oh, the minus and the full screen buttons are on the wrong side, whatever. and like file navigation, like, takes a hot minute, but it's essentially the same as Windows. You just click a different button to get there. And,
all right, I was
yeah.
Ooh, nice.
Well, and then the last thing that I really enjoy about it is that the upper like navigation bar, which on Windows is defaulted at the bottom, it's context sensitive. So if you're working on Microsoft Word, for instance, that bottom bar of your computer, it's not just, click here for your Apple information. It's also like click here for all of your Microsoft Office options. And so it's kind of neat that way. It takes a minute to get used to, but overall, like, I kind of really dig what they're doing, because it seems to be like just their main goal is to declutter your experience and help you focus, which I appreciate because I am notoriously bad at focusing. If you can't tell by the entire tenure of Play the Hits.
Yeah. I'm the same way. I'm pretty convinced that I have ADD. If like the last year
of, I don't know if it's ADD, but I got something.
Especially like I noticed it was something like us moving. That I'm just like doing one thing. It's like, wait a second, like, oh, what's going on here?
Oh, you're about to get mugged.
Oh.
Or I mean,
delinquents.
They're about to get mugged by you. Either way. I would love if Rio just broke character and like after he beats these guys up, he just like pulls their wallets out of their coats and let this be a fucking lesson.
I'll be like, this is all you punks got.
I guarantee you, if he pulled something like that, they wouldn't like try to take revenge on him later. They'd just be like, "Oh shit,
right.
we just messed with a crazy fucker." You know?
I fucking love Rio though.
I do too.
He doesn't gloat.
He's like such
just...
a Boy Scout, but like he will like with that deadpan expression on his face, he will just brutalize random passerbys. You know.
He's just tired. He's just like, all right.
Right. He's like One Punch Man. Like combat holds no thrill for him. You know. It's just like,
I'm sorry. You don't mess with me again. Got it?
Right. He's only doing this because he doesn't want it to happen again.
Right.
Like,
I'm still gonna. I'm still gonna. You know. I'm still gonna mess with him again. I don't know why. Like, why do we do this shit? But seriously, like,
I just started a new anime today called Tokyo Revengers. Because now I'm doing like a month of Crunchyroll, and
nice.
And literally, I just watched the first episode like a few hours ago. I'm trying to find the park. Not the parking lot, but the park where that old man I just talked to was.
Oh, he's right down
and
here.
I'm going, okay, good.
Keep going.
Seriously? I was like that close to it?
Keep going.
Ugh. Oh, wait, are you sure?
Keep going.
No. It's in Debuida.
I'm wrong.
It's all good.
Keep going.
Keep going.
He gets to his bedroom.
Past the
going.
dojo. Keep going. 20 hit me. 21 hit me.
Okay, so to your right, and then when you get past Tom's truck, make another right. Now I remember. Keep going.
Yo. Why are you pushing on me?
But no, so like Rio, right? Like I know it's just the graphical limitations of the time, but he kicked a man in the ribs. His expression never changed. He broke a man's wrist. Expression never changes. You know, takes a punch to the face. You know, his nose starts bleeding. No change in the expression.
I keep forgetting because
was...
when I come this way, it makes sense.
Yeah.
But going back past the arcade, I always forget this exists.
Right. Rio's just like a violent sociopath who like cannot externalize like what he is feeling in the moment of battle.
My name is Dio Hazuki from the Hazuki Dojo in Yamanose.
It's just his routine is breathing.
Right? Like hurting people is just like what he does.
What can I do for you?
You know,
like
some people make art, some people make music, and that is their craft. Rio breaks bones, and like he doesn't have to think about that, right?
You know,
he's like the fucking Mozart of violence, you know. It just comes to him.
Barbers, cooks, and tailors.
He just like sees human flesh and something activates in his psyche, and he can just hurt it. You know? Like,
just professions were also
Rio's whole existence is just finding new ways to inflict suffering.
The 70-man battle is his masterstroke.
Right? Like everyone's like bleeding and dying, but in Rio's mind there's like a soft like Beethoven-esque melody playing as he like crushes their spleens.
And from his eyes just like fingers break and just like a bunch of music notes come out or something.
And like because you're seeing this game through his eyes, like he's a hero and Nozomi is madly in love with him, but like she's terrified to say anything to him because she's afraid he'll start doing it to her.
I'll look for some.
This old man is like only giving him this information because like what he sees is this like 6-foot Japanese monster towering over him. Rio has no idea that like his mere presence terrifies everyone around him.
Nope, already at the sailors. All right,
sailor time.
I feel like I have to like stick around until nighttime, but actually I'm almost positive because it's heartbeats eventually.
So there's a certain point that we can get to in this game where you basically have the option to skip ahead massive amounts of time, and given like the rate at which you're making progress, this is like day 2 of Rio's adventure and you're already at the sailors. So like when you infiltrate the shipyard and there's a sequence where he has to get past this security station. And, like, if a flashlight falls and you don't hit the QTE, he has to try again the next day, and it automatically skips right to it. So you can fast forward, like, a month's worth of time in about 2 minutes.
Oh wow!
So I'm thinking
I do remember there were some tricks like that. Yeah.
we should do that in order to get like the Christmas scene and like some of the little extras.
Yeah, you should always go to like the New Year, and then you can finish it up in January.
Yeah, I do.
See, the guy on the motorcycle.
Seems to me that Christmas time is cool.
Yeah.
So you can definitely finish the game before then.
Oh, absolutely. You can finish the game before December if you want. The guy on the motorcycle here, like, he wants Rio to move, but you'll notice he's not saying shit.
He knows the pecking order.
Just let him finish his conversation, and hopefully I don't get hurt. You know?
Like Rio's stilted talking is not like a remnant of the Dreamcast era. He's just kind of he just doesn't know how to socialize with people.
Yeah.
It just makes him even more terrifying.
That's right. Excuse me, sir. Honk honk. I'm going to let you go this time. Yes, Rio. Thank you. Don't come near me again. Okay.
Excuse me, but I don't talk to... Sorry.
She made the right choice.
Yeah, she's a tough one.
She knows the score. Oh God, it's Hazuki.
No.
It's not that she doesn't talk to strangers, she won't talk to this stranger.
Do you know any shops where sailors might go?
Well, they sure don't come in here.
And they just
I'm gonna have to look at...
And everyone just like tolerates his inane questions. Yeah, like, probably. Okay, this week it's sailors. Last week it was birthday cakes. You know, like, okay, fine, Rio.
Don't do anything crazy.
See, the hints are all there.
He just lies to Nozomi this whole game.
The hints are all there. Rio, don't do anything crazy. Rio, don't hurt yourself. Rio, don't hurt others. I'm not gonna listen. But...
Alright, yeah, there's no day drinking going on.
Yeah.
I feel like I should just, train, but also... Oh, wait, hold on.
Bob's Pizzeria, hell yeah.
Also, let's see, 6:30. Okay, and it's
wait, you might
not
have,
even 2.
Did they add the option to wait in this version? No.
I don't think so.
I feel like they did for some things. Like, there's certain, like, key quests where they, instead of making you wait, they give you the option to wait.
Because I don't think Linda Bar will ever take you anywhere, but there's 2 ways to do this, isn't there? This place and
no,
Heartbeats.
Like for everything, there's like 2 or 3 different ways you can go about it.
And I almost always do Heartbeats, but I think it was with you we did the MJQ. I'm pretty sure, but now I can't remember what goes on there.
The pool sharks, right?
The pool sharks. Okay, that doesn't happen at Heartbeats, huh?
No,
Heartbeats, he just kicks some ass.
It's the Jazz Bar, I think, that's the pool sharks. Which is, in a way, more fun, even though it's not the combat system. It's still kind of a fun... Like, that's the crazy thing about this game. Like, if you go digging, like, you don't even have to dig that much, but there's, like, a million mini-games, and none of them are throwaways. They're, like, all... Like, the pool game has, like, its own physics engine. You know, it's crazy.
Right? And that's, like, you do it, I think, just that once. Or I think you can do it more, but that's like the story related. Yeah.
I think after you do the story one, you can challenge them for money. And like again, like picking up envelopes that way, it's not just the graphics engine. That's how Rio interacts with the world.
Thank you very much.
Like, Jesus Christ, what's wrong with this man?
I'm sure you'll become stronger by reading this.
That's what I need. Okay. Seriously though, is that a grown woman or a little boy?
I don't know.
Can you zoom in real quick? This is bothering the shit out of me. What do you think?
That doesn't clear things up.
No, it doesn't. Like, look at it from the side.
Well, hello there.
Well, hello. Well, he's talking to him like a kid.
Where is she, son?
Grandpa is out on an errand right now.
A kid.
Really? Are you watching the shop?
But, you know, 20-years have grandpas, too.
When I watch the shop, I get a piece of strawberry
Okay, I don't think so. I think that solves the problem.
I'm not there. I'm not convinced yet.
Maybe just she really likes her strawberry cake.
Sailors?
Okay, Rio, maybe you're barking up the wrong tree, man.
Sailors, they have big eyes
yeah, very helpful.
Too. Grandpa said so.
I see.
Okay, hold on a second. My boyfriend is a sailor. We're talking engagement. God damn it.
I think we cracked the case. Nope.
throws you a complete curveball.
The first time I played this game, I almost never used throws because I didn't understand them. That you had to grab them first before you did a move.
Yeah.
And, well, most of them. To my detriment. Definitely got a lot better at the game when I started throwing more throws in there.
So this is gonna sound lame, but my whole strategy was I mastered the fucking like roundhouse tornado kick. You know the one that I'm talking about? It's not a regular tornado kick. It's the one where his like leg.
Does he use both legs?
No, his leg like rockets over his head somehow.
Okay, yeah, I do know that one.
It's less tornado and it's more windmill. It's like.
Oh yeah.
For some reason, enemies never block it.
Oh,
or at least
really?
they didn't in the Dreamcast version.
All right. I think I'm gonna train just a little bit.
But that's like how I beat Chai. That was like everything. It was like
Chai
Jesus.
in here. Oh my god.
It's like
Chai
Jesus
sucks.
Christ, Rio's just like this human like windmill catapult, and his feet just keep flying.
This is probably my favorite.
The darts.
The
Yeah,
darts?
again,
Oh,
all
the
of
darts
these
are
mini
awesome.
games, they're great. And they have like full Sega arcade games in here. Jeez.
Oh yeah, it's great. Where do you get the Saturn games? Do you win them from the tomato shop?
There's
you gotta
there's
get
one
a
you
thing.
can win. I feel like there's one you can buy. Space Harrier, I know you win from the tomato shop because that was always the first one that I got. This is the music that plays in Rio's head when he's beating somebody.
All right, let's see.
Hey, not too bad.
Oh, okay. As long as it's above like 16, I'm happy. So I feel like I have to go back to yes.
Hey, not too bad.
Wait. Is that 20?
No,
So close to triple.
you suck.
I'm gonna go back last episode because I feel like I was talking about Fantasia, but I might not have remembered the name.
Oh, really?
Hey, not too bad.
But I don't think I described it very well. It's like there's this game on
It's the
Apple
last
Arcade. I really hope.
I don't remember you
It doesn't
mentioning
stay
Apple
there.
Arcade though.
So close.
But have you noticed? I don't know because when I saw this, I thought that it was gonna. Oh, okay, cool. I thought that it was gonna be like really obvious that the backgrounds are dioramas. But looking at it in action, it's like they don't look like dioramas. They just look nice.
Yeah,
it
they
just looks very
look like
natural.
extremely high res pre-rendered backgrounds. But then like the cool thing is like when you move from one area to another, there's like no fade to black and then fade back in. The camera just rotates. That's where you can kind of tell.
Oh yeah.
And it's really cool because it's like seeing like the freaking
Shit.
nice, the freaking Lord of the Rings miniature sets like in a video game. It's really cool.
No good.
Oh, good.
No, good. Last start.
But seriously, I would love if like there was a mod of this game where this music
No
played
good.
during all combat encounters. It's just Rio going to work. You know what was really
No more
freaking
darts.
easy was the dart mini game in FF7. That was like
I'll quit.
That one took me. It was when you figure it out. but
yeah.
it took
I mean,
me
the
a little
mechanic
bit.
is not difficult. That's supposed to be Sonic and Tails.
I mean, it looks like it.
Bird and
I was about
cat.
to say, oh, they probably can't do that for copyright. And I was like, wait a fucking second.
Oh,
That's
so
not true.
hey, if you look at Rio's watch in this version, you'll notice that they lost the Timex sponsorship or
Oh, really?
deal. Yeah, look, zoom in on his
how do you
watch.
look down? Oh fuck! How do you look at his watch?
You were just there. Yeah. Nope. Go to the menu.
Oh.
Go to this watch.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. See, now it says Sega instead of Timex, even though it's still very clearly an '80s Timex
Oh.
watch.
Interesting.
Yeah. I think
Sega
there's a
had a few
couple of other
sponsorships
things.
for
Yeah.
like Sonic Adventure 2. They had a sponsorship with like Reebok or Nike or somebody.
Oh, really?
So Sonic shoes in Adventure 2 were modeled after like certain shoes.
Oh, no shit.
And
I didn't
then
know that.
in the Dreamcast version, and I think the
Do the
GameCube
punch
version
one.
as well. Let's do punch.
Punch.
QTE.
Punch Man.
Game 100 yen.
But then in the
Show me what you got.
do it. But I used to
do.
be so good at this one, but it's like
You were pretty good when we played this at my house, if I remember right.
when I was let's see, is it just going to be square, triangle, circle, or is it going to be some other stuff too?
I'll find out.
Oh shit. Okay. All right. If it stays that way.
Circle X square.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay. I could do this.
You suck.
Second try. Ready, go.
You're an embarrassment. Oh, God. Like, Rio uses his father's murder as an excuse, but he really wasn't going to school at all long before he died. He was just at the arcade doing this. I would also love if there were ways to cheat at these, like, you know, you could hold R2 to have Leo lean his forearm against all three of them. You know?
Right?
Just get the high score.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got it.
Alright, we're gonna get the 3B soon.
See, this is what people don't... Like, people who criticize Shenmue as a series, this is something they'll never understand. Like, this is the game, right?
Right? Just having fun. There's so much to it.
Yeah.
And when you're bored with this, which you will be, then you move on to the next little
Yeah,
bit.
you just
like,
fucking boot up some Space Harrier.
right? I'll see what time it is, and then we'll do that next. But...
This game is basically a celebration of Sega's arcade legacy.
Yeah.
Like, just with a dramatic martial arts story attached to it. Max is just resolved not to lose.
Oh, it's getting fast.
There we go.
Final round.
Final try.
His knuckles are bleeding, but he chooses not to be in pain.
Just turn that off.
Turns that part of his psyche off. Oh, God.
Oh, shit. You suck.
You're a suck. He punches the machine and it breaks. Oh, no.
We'll settle this next round.
That's the closest Rio comes to a smile for the whole game.
One game,
Oh,
100
whoops.
yen.
No. Let's
Come
not do
on,
that.
Space Harrier time, bitches.
Nah, I'll pass.
No.
No,
Alright.
I'll pass.
Do I get a prize, man?
Excuse me.
Oh,
Not from
jeez.
that
Of
guy,
course
you
you work
don't.
at an arcade.
I'm looking for sailors.
This is
Do
the
you
only
know
thing
where
you're
they
fit
might
for.
hang out?
Yeah, right. He only works there because of the amount of children that come in.
But I don't know
Oh, God.
Japan has super relaxed laws on sex offenders.
God.
I mean, look at his teeth.
I mean, this is the country that, like, fetishized some guy that killed and ate women.
Wait, what?
And, like, after this guy, like, I think it was, like, in France or something, and then he went back to Japan.
Come on,
Did
Rio,
he
you can
actually
do
even
this.
go- I don't even think he actually went to jail.
Space Harrier.
Really?
And he talks to he admitted to it.
Jesus.
You know, it's not like he hides it. And then like manga artists have even like doujinshi artists have come to him to like, hey, draw this thing. And
You're kidding
there's
me.
movies made about it. He's like a little celebrity.
Holy shit.
It's, yeah. Let's just do one credit.
I should try it once.
Yeah, it's like that's pretty gross.
Yeah, holy crap.
Do
I
you
love
remember
the
the
way
game
he said that. I should
Hyperzone?
try it once. 20 years later. I should try it once.
Oh, that's cool.
Hey, you got a trophy for starting the game. Nice.
Welcome to the fantasy.
Moat.
Get ready.
So, like, I don't
You remember
I don't feel
Hyperzone,
like...
the game?
Remember what?
Zone?
Hyperzone?
Yeah,
No, I don't. Or I probably do. I
Is that-
probably just don't remember what the title.
is an SNES game. Now I feel like, oh yeah, it's much better to do the joystick on this game.
Yeah, the joystick makes a big difference here.
Oh, dude, I'm starting to get drift like a major way on my Pro controller.
Oh, really?
It sucks.
That
Yeah.
does suck. Well, the nice thing about Nintendo's Pro controllers is they're not over expensive. I mean,
No, I
it's
mean
still,
they're expensive,
You still don't
but
want
they're
to,
great
yeah,
controllers.
yeah. I mean, given that it's a truly premium controller, it's not the worst price, but you'd still rather not spend it if you don't have to.
Yeah. It's and the drift is like once it starts, it gets bad. It sucks.
Yeah. I've got it on my Joy-Cons, but fortunately,
Yeah.
I almost never use them unless I'm required to.
I'm the same. Ow.
Oh.
Get ready.
Get ready. Ugh.
I think they spelled Giza
Giza.
wrong.
I was about to say, like, are they just trying to like make these alien planets? But they're no. This is definitely like
No, this
Giza.
is Giza. Giza. Come on.
Giza.
Holy
Oh.
shit. The draw distance on the Sega Master System, though. So, I feel like as a kid, I didn't really appreciate Sega enough. Like, I think I was so blown away by my SNES coming off the NES that,
Yeah.
like, I don't feel like I gave vintage Sega their due. Do you know what I mean? Like, I didn't really appreciate...
I get you.
Like, whereas the SNES had, like, some really incredible, like, platformers and RPGs, Sega just had, like, the fun factor in like, just pick up and play games, you know?
They really did. This game is a lot of fun.
And I didn't appreciate that at the time. Because that
No, I
wasn't
get
what I
you.
was looking for, I don't think, back then. But, like, these days
Yeah.
when, like, you know, if I'm gonna pick up an RPG... I better get ready to spend the next, like, 3 to 5 months of my life playing just this game in order to finish it, because I just don't have the time.
Yeah.
Like, I really
That's how-
appreciate these kinds of games now. Like, I love my Sega Genesis Mini, because if I'm just, like, stressed out, but I don't have, you know, 5 hours to pour into a game, I can
That's it.
pick any single game on that system and, like, have a really good time for 30 minutes, you know?
Yeah.
And
It's
jump like
and,
right in.
and especially these days, like when you're at waiting for a train,
Yes.
or you just got a little bit of time, after the kids go to bed or something.
Right.
These are the kind of games that you can just enjoy for a little bit.
Exactly. And it's great because, like, on weekends, I can do some more serious gaming, right? But, like, Monday through Thursday night is really just like, okay, I'm exhausted, the kids are asleep, I don't want to think too hard, I'm going to play, like, a retro console for 40 minutes before bed.
Yeah. Oh, it's 6 o'clock. Might as well start looking for sailors.
Streamlabs...
Oh, 5:30.
What's Streamlabs doing? Oh!
What's up?
Oh, we just got a follower. Major
Dude.
Plausible. Hey, thank you for following us. That's awesome. And I think we got it a
Awesome,
little
thank
bit
you.
ago, but I'm totally sorry that I didn't notice at the time. I was so invested in Space Harrier.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah,
Thank
cool.
you.
Thanks, Major Plausible. Yeah, so it's gaming. Like I don't know. I look forward to a time in my life when
Yes.
I can. Nice first try.
A winner?
I love how, like, this random girl that he's going to meet in the sequel is just on his server.
Right? It's like the key to everything.
Yeah.
It's just like, here we go.
The universe seems to be aware of it, but Rio isn't. Man, I look forward to a time in my life where, like, I can game like I did,
Good.
10 to 15 years ago. But I'm also aware that that time in my life is probably when I'm pushing my mid to late 50s, and my kids are out of college, which I
Yeah.
don't want to be there. You know?
I get you. It's good. It's a bittersweet thing. It'll
Yeah,
be good
right.
and bad.
Like,
You'll have the time.
On the one hand, I would like to have the time and the freedom and the income flexibility and all that stuff. But on the other hand, I don't want to be almost dead.
Dude. Oh, come on. That's middle age. That's middle age.
It is anymore, but, like, you and I are both hypochondriacs, so you can relate. I'm sure that I have something that's going to kill me.
Nako-san.
What?
I get you. Oh, wait. I don't want to talk to you.
I don't want to talk to you. I just
give
want
you the can.
Come here sometimes, but
I wanna trade this
I
in for
don't
something
know if
awesome,
they're
please.
sailors.
I see.
Okay. How do I do that?
Oh, you know why I missed the fact that we got a subscriber?
What's up?
Because whenever we get subscribers on this channel, I have it set to play Sonic sound effects, and you were just playing a bunch of
God.
Sega arcade games. So I was like, oh, that's
That's
just part of the game. No,
Hey, Dio, do any of your friends have CD players?
No.
no, it's
Oh, that would've been
1985.
like-
Stop.
That would have been like brand new or something,
Yeah,
huh?
yeah. I guess they would
Was
have.
this 86 or
80s? Yeah, 86. 86.
okay? That
Still.
would have been
That
Now
would've
I
been
guess
pretty cutting
cassettes
edge.
are. Oh yeah, she's on these too.
Why
I
is
guess
she
cassettes
like
are
the
coming back.
Shenhua? Does Shenhua own like a food conglomerate that we're not aware of? Like, is that
Yeah,
part of her
it's
character?
it's not. Oh wait,
She's like she's like a really sweet person, and she's the key to Rio's destiny. But she's also like a really cutthroat businesswoman.
Poteki? Poteki? That doesn't whatever.
Sure.
I don't know.
Sega brand
see.
batteries. There's a reason these don't exist.
I just wanna. Do I have to
They're
like go into my
garbage.
menu or something?
Yeah, how do you exchange
Oh,
the
yeah,
game?
I guess
There you
so.
go.
Just this, please.
Draw a ticket, please.
Oh, that's all it does?
That was the most dramatic camera angle for what she was saying. Draw a ticket, please.
But you have a better chance of winning when it's
No prize.
fuck.
No prize, damn.
Especially since you bought merchandise.
I didn't buy shit.
Wait, what did that mean? Was she trying to
No, it
say
didn't.
buy something next time, asshole? Like, was that what was...
She says that every time.
Yeah. Especially since you bought merchandise, but I didn't buy merchandise.
I
Exactly. Exactly.
All right, let's
Mr.
go.
Major Plausible says, I just remembered how good Shenmue's store browsing system is. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
at once like super clunky, but it's so much fun to actually be able to like zoom in and look at everything on the shelves.
Yeah. It's a weird mixture with like Ocarina of Time and the slot house. I forgot about that.
And then there's the
Let's
guy
go to
that
Bar
says,
Linda.
I will hurt you. Wait, can you go into Bob's
I
Pizza now?
will. Yeah, you can go to Bob's Pizza.
I think there's an actual Bob's Pizza in Bloomington. I don't think
Oh,
we've
really?
ordered from. Dude, so like
Our tune.
I think I've
that's
told
always
you
closed, isn't
about
it?
this before, but like Bloomington, even though it's like a small town, because of the college, we have like a ridiculous food scene. And I
Yeah.
swear to God, we have some excellent pizza here.
Yeah.
There-
well,
there's
dude,
like
I
two
mean,
or three
Avers is
places.
freaking awesome.
Yeah, there's
Mario.
Avers, but then there's like also this
Mario.
one.
Oh, it's Yurio.
There's something wrong with this man's jaw. I can't quite put my finger on it.
It's Nozomi's favorite. I make it a
Hello,
tasty
I am an
my
Italian
God.
man.
one.
Come a try on my pizza.
Ciao.
Ciao.
Maybe he
Grazie.
probably like has a regular ass accent, and he's just like entertaining the Japanese people who are just like, a real Italian man.
Right? Buongiorno.
Born-
Buongiorno.
Closes up shop. Jesus, I hate my life.
Right. Holy
There's
fuck.
literally nothing to do here.
Yeah.
I don't even ask him about anything. It's just like, hey Mario, hey,
You
Rio,
want a cannoli?
it's a real good pizza. Oh Jesus,
Real
why did I
good
come in here?
pizza?
All right,
Oh, God.
let's go to Bar Linda.
Yeah, sure.
Snack Linda.
Snack Linda.
I forget what goes on here.
Oh, you snack on Linda.
Linda.
Nope, just
Oh,
this
wow, tiny little
middle-aged
place.
Japanese man.
Hello.
So,
Excuse
you know,
me.
if you and I ever, like, so one life
but
goal that you and I need to get
you
serious about
mind
accomplishing,
asking
we need to
someone
visit
else?
Japan together.
Oh yeah.
And I just want to
Dude.
go into, like, a fucking dive like this and get
what,
the best
dude?
noodles of something of my life.
I'm looking for a place where
You sent me
sailors
that
hang
thing,
out.
right? As far
Any
as
sailors come here?
like where the college
Sailors?
students go, as far as
They
just getting
don't
like
come
fried chicken
here.
and beer and
Yeah.
it's oh my god.
Excuse me.
And,
It was something like
What is
10
it
10
this
like
time?
dives or something like
Nothing.
that you have to
Well,
try
then.
in Japan
Yeah.
or
I'll
Tokyo or
ask
something
you to
like
go
that.
on home then.
I remember the
Alright.
article, but I don't remember
See you.
exactly how it went. But
Yeah. There's what neighborhood? It's in Tokyo. What neighborhood is it in? I don't remember,
Dobuita.
but there's like there's like the piss alley where it's
Piss
like a bunch
alley.
of bunch of bars that they're
Where
like
you go to
stacked on
piss.
top of each other and stuff. Yeah.
yeah.
That's where people are pissing and throwing up and everything.
Oh
But
yeah.
a whole bunch of different bars with a lot of character, and
Dude,
it's
have you ever
Let's
read? Have you ever? Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead.
no, you're fine.
Have you ever read Kitchen Confidential?
No,
It's
that
Anthony Bourdain.
sounds
It's the book.
familiar.
It's the book that made Anthony Bourdain famous.
Yeah.
It's a short read. You should really check it out. He talks about his experience in visiting Tokyo for the first time, and he's like, one thing that I freaking love is there's like these super professional, like Japanese businessmen, and the clock hits 5 o'clock. They're gonna get totally shit faced and belligerent, and it's just like part of the culture.
like clockwork. Yeah.
Yes.
Part of the culture is like you're super rude if you don't go out with your colleagues and get
Yep.
drunk with them.
Oh,
Like
and not just like drunk, but like blackout, pass out in the street drunk, and then you
Like-
pick yourself up the next morning, shower if there's time, and you go and put 9
And
to
you go to
5
work.
in again. Yeah, right.
then you do it all
Are those
again.
people
Yep.
Sailors?
Who knows?
Oh yeah, this smart ass.
Dude, check out. I want that guy's hair.
Got it.
Okay.
I feel like.
Oh yeah, these guys.
I feel like that dude is more popular today than it was when this game was released.
Hey,
He's ahead of his time.
something.
These guys know sailors.
Mm,
The turtleneck gave it away, man. You're a sailor.
How about a game?
I guess it's not a turtleneck; it's a V-neck, but still.
You sink the ball in one
You don't
shot,
wear a
you
sweater
win.
like that unless you're Irish
I'll
or
ask
you're
you
a sailor.
questions.
I'm sorry.
You miss, I win. Buy me a bourbon. Okay?
It cuts to reality, and Rio is speaking Japanese while they're speaking
You're
plain
on.
English.
Just have to make the shot, right?
Try your luck.
There's like a huge language barrier here that doesn't exist in this game.
Eh.
But seriously, I feel like they should have developed this into a full pool game, because like the physics are just that spot on. I mean, granted, you will miss this shot, but
Yeah.
because there's no like dotted line that shows you where you're gonna go. You actually have to line it up like in real life. But the nice thing was, so there's a trick to this, okay? The Sega Dreamcast wasn't able to create a perfect sphere because, you know, the year 1999. So if you line up like two of the jagged edges, like
him up.
pixel to pixel, you will get it. And I forget which ones they are. But I used to have it down in like 1999.
Yeah. Oh,
So-
that's all. Oh man, shit.
So there is a way, but I can't help you.
Man, that's I'd rather try my luck with the hoodlums down
You
here.
should have save scummed it.
I could. Oh, here's speaking of what you were just talking about.
Yep, there he is.
A bunch of these guys.
Except he's by himself, so his coworkers must hate him. Oh yeah, that's Gary. He's kind of a prick.
Let's see. Can you
Did it just
how does this
explain
work?
the concept of Rio needs to carry notes around in his pocket for conversation because he's that much of a sociopath. Conversation. Always be sure to look in eye.
Look directly in eyes.
Try not to be too intimidating or
Oh, wait.
non-self-assertive.
The Yokosuka bar. I didn't mean to go into this one, but let's see. Here's
Oh,
another
okay.
one.
Excuse me.
Oh yeah, I remember this place.
Oh yeah, this dude with the
Hey,
rape
Rio.
stash.
I can't serve you alcohol, but have a seat.
At least I'm buddies with this guy.
Thanks.
I think he gives me some
Yeah,
info.
he's actually pretty chill,
How
despite
about
what he
a
looks
cola?
like.
Sure.
Okay, this dude definitely has the web fingers.
His index fingers are just permanently like that.
Yeah, right. He's like super jealous of Rio's like fully functioning
So-
human hands.
What's up?
Please help me.
Side
This
joke,
is the
though.
only job I
You
can
know
do
any
because of my
places where sailors like to hang out around here.
You say sailors,
Hmm.
but you don't mean just any sailor, do you?
No.
Right.
Sailor
Try the
Moon.
MJQ Jazz
Oh, yeah,
Bar
he tells you
or
exactly where to
Heartbeats
go.
Bar.
Fighting evil
that
by
where they go?
moonlight,
But you best be careful. I
winning
hear they
love
run
by
with a
daylight.
Oh man, that's the Deke
Any
version.
guys with
Yeah, the dick
tattoos
version.
on their arms?
You'll probably find
That was
guys like
I
that
still
guy.
I still remember
That's
that. That's the
alright.
version my brain always goes to, even
Oh,
though they
yeah.
like have cleaned up the dialogue and use their real names now. I'm still just like, yeah, that's
and
Serena.
like
that's
restored
Darian.
the censored lesbianism.
Yeah, instead of being what cousins.
Yeah.
Oh, and Zoisa being a woman.
Oh yeah, that's right. Oh yeah, that's right. In order to avoid two dudes who were into each other, they straight up changed Zoisite into a
Change
girl.
Zoiside's yeah.
And like
they
not in a
butchered some things for
progressive
sure.
way, like totally against his will.
Here we go.
like,
Oh wait,
yeah,
I already
we
beat
can-
these guys up. I can just chill my way in
Yeah, you
here.
can just waltz in there. Oh man, this really is a nostalgia trip. Freaking 80s and 90s Sailor Moon, dude. Like AKA
Yeah.
the only anime that was available if you had like basic cable in
Right?
Northwest
It's-
Ohio.
of course, so we watched it because it was like anime on
Yeah.
TV.
We had no concept that this show was marketed at 8-year-old Asian women.
Are those guys sailors? Maybe.
There's a
Looking for sailors
Addie
who
was
work
into
with
Sailor Moon
Chinese
for a
ships.
while.
I was gonna say, you know,
They-
like, despite the fact that, like, in retrospect, yes, this is a show that is very clearly marketed at, you know, adolescent girls. It had good storylines and some cool
Damn.
plot beats and fun characters. Like, it was not. Wow, this whole bar is just
Right?
Rio's stomping
That's
ground.
enough. You put on quite a show.
Oh, look,
boy.
check this out. This is what I was talking
What's
about
up?
in the last episode. They didn't fix these lighting effects here. See
Oh,
what
yeah.
the cone lights?
In return,
Yeah.
you won't show your
I
face ever
missed
again.
that from,
Okay.
well, I don't miss it, but, you know, it's kind of nostalgic of this era.
Yeah.
Like, they
He deals
couldn't
in
do
smuggled goods.
lighting
He's
effects,
well
so they
known
just
in the
made, like, an
underworld.
actual
He should
cone
know about the
texture
Chinese
with a
curse.
semi-transparent gloss, and that was light.
Where is he?
It wasn't really
He
until,
loves his
I mean, when did
hog.
Unreal 3 come out? That was like
Try
late
asking at the
2000s.
When you started getting
motorcycle
soft
shop
lighting,
nearby.
yeah. That
2006,
was, I think around
2007,
the
yeah.
time Doom 3 came out was when I first started
Yeah,
really
yeah.
noticing
I
it.
remember
Black
Doom
leather
3 was
jacket.
like a kind of a showcase for it.
Oh, yeah, at
And
the
that's why they
time-
had so many like dark
Tattoo on his
corridors,
arm.
and
Yep.
you would see like actual shadows
Yep,
in
it
real
was
time,
mind-blowing.
which was
Now get out.
not, you know, not ray tracing or reflections or anything like that, obviously, but
No.
it was mind blowing.
Yeah.
Like actually having a source of light and it be able to like cast realistic shadows was
Yep.
kind of crazy.
Yeah, it was. And then it's funny, you go out in the alley, and that light very clearly does have the improved effect, like behind you there.
Yeah.
It is kind of jarring when you see them right next to each other in a single game, like they've done here. But
Ono-san. Hey, Ryo!
Yeah, that ray tracing thing for
Do you know a guy
the
named
Mario
Charlie?
64, like I thought they
You know
didn't try
him?
to make it
He's
look
such a
like
poser.
anything it
Thinks riding
wasn't.
the hog makes him look cool, but,
But
he ain't a real
I don't know,
poser.
just the effects and everything were
Do you
kind
know
of
where he
like
lives?
subtle without
Yeah.
being
No idea.
crazy,
He only
and they
stops
still made
by
like all the
sometimes.
textures and everything.
Oh,
They
yeah,
made the
go to
trees
Tsuruoka's
look
place.
better, but still have the
Tsuruoka-san
weird ass
had a
shapes
jacket
and
Oh,
not
like
look
the
like
one that just,
realistic
like,
trees
follows
or
the
anything.
camera.
Sometimes.
Thank you.
Yeah, well, they don't follow the camera in this version.
oh, really?
But they still have the weird shapes. He just like made them look, or I guess the program did a lot of the heavy lifting too,
Sure.
or like made them look 3D. Jacket shop.
Jacket shop.
Oh, is that still open?
There's nothing wrong with that motorcycle. That dude's just extremely lonely, so he comes to the street and hangs out, hoping someone will talk to him. He's been fixing that
Yo.
literally the entire time you've known him.
Oh, I should probably go home, huh?
Oh yeah, it's
Dark.
getting there, isn't it? So far in this game, we're at about like an hour a day. this is working out pretty well.
Mm.
And like
Yeah,
the first
things
half
are
of the day
closing
is
up.
just Rio dicking around, and then like at nighttime he becomes kind of Batman. You know, he's just
Yeah.
kicking ass and gathering evidence.
Ugh, there we go. Hey, I don't remember. Did you get a? Oh wait, I'm trying. Did I buy that for you? Now I'm getting like all nervous that I'm like guilting you about a game that I bought you, but I don't think I did. Did you get Yakuza Like a Dragon?
No.
Okay,
I
good.
did pick up the remake of the first game, Yakuza, it's like Kiwami or something. I don't know. How to pronounce it. Kiwami.
Yeah.
I do have that one, and then on Steam, I took advantage of a Steam sale and I picked up Yakuza 0.
Oh, nice.
So I have
What do
two.
you-
Like technically, it's the prologue and the first game in the series. So
Is it
like I
the
figure
same
if I'm going to
character?
get into it, I'll at least get into it in order.
Okay. Well, now, like, regular can. Now, going forward, I think Like a Dragon had a lot of success. And they're saying that they're still going to do their action-oriented, like, gameplay like Yakuza has
Yeah.
perfected. But they're going to do it in the new, like, detective series game that they're doing.
Oh, cool.
What the heck is it called?
Good.
I can't remember. No. It escapes me. But they're
Whatever
saying
it
going
is,
forward...
real quick, Major Plausible, thank you again. He just looked up Mario 64 ray tracing thing. Looks cool. Yeah.
It doesn't look like extremely gimmicky. I think it looks really cool, but the
I'm gonna have to
effects
check it
are
out.
a little more subtle, you know.
Mhm.
Can I feed this damn cat? Yeah, it can.
It'll probably be fine.
Yeah, it'll be okay.
It's just trapped in a box. It's fine.
If I have to replace it, I don't think Megumi will
But
notice.
yeah, I've heard nothing but good things about Yakuza. I think the only reason I've failed to get into it so far is that I'm a little intimidated by how many of them there are.
Yeah, and they're long games. They're not.
they're
not
long.
super
They're long
short.
open world games, and it's Sega, so of course there's like a billion things to do.
Yeah, but they're quality game. You know what's weird is like Sega has some quality series, and it's like I feel like if they wanted to get back into the systems race, I mean it's a
Mhm.
bit crowded, I don't know what they
Dude,
could
if
bring
they-
to the table other than their software.
Right. If they put out the
But-
Dreamcast 2, man, I would pre-order that shit.
Especially if it was like, well, guess what? I don't think they would close things off like most companies aren't doing that. Maybe Sony to an extent.
Yeah.
But if they were like, well, guess what? All the Persona games are only going to be on Dreamcast 2.
Right.
And all the Yakuza games, everything like that, like they
Dreamcast 2,
could
baby. Yeah, if
they could throw their weight around these
If
days.
they took away their toys, yeah, then people would have to buy. Though I gotta say, I think the only reason that Sega, like, I don't know, their hardware never really caught on in the West, with the exception of the Genesis.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to put this without sounding like xenophobic. Like, I'm not racist, but but like Sega is like the most aggressively Japanese company. Like their design sensibilities are very Japanese, which doesn't always translate well into like a Western philosophy of game making, like as you see here in Shenmue. Like
Mhm.
whereas, if you kind of have those Eastern sensibilities a little bit, like you and I being two middle-aged weebs have. Like we can very much appreciate the like extremely slow and methodical way that you interact with the world in this game,
Thank you,
as
Lisa.
compared to like Grand Theft Auto. And not that
Yeah.
Grand Theft Auto is a bad series. I very much enjoy Grand Theft Auto, but like this is just a completely different philosophy to an open world objective based game.
Yeah.
And like that's what Sega is all about. And yeah.
I feel like Nintendo is a very Japanese company when it comes to like the decisions they make and everything.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. I'm glad I came to the
Major
yard.
Plausible says that when Yakuza 1 came out, they actually marketed it as a Shenmue spiritual successor, which I can see
it
that.
is.
Yeah.
It definitely is.
I mean, totally different tone, but like,
so.
again, very similar design philosophy.
Practicing the move
Yeah.
named Pit Blow.
Like the
here we
combat
go.
system, from what I understand,
First 3 years here,
is like
Sensei
the
had me
70-person
practice
free
only the
battle
basics.
on steroids.
It's a better version of
One must know
Virtua
the
Fighter,
fundamentals to
I guess,
reveal the
basically.
essence,
Gotcha.
as my father used to say.
very
Yes,
tight
but-
when it comes to the timings, like parries and
But
stuff like
Has,
that in this game.
Has Virtua Fighter received a
He's gone.
PS4 or PS5
Say,
iteration?
Yeah, PS4. I think Virtua Fighter 6.
Really?
The right way to do it?
Yeah.
The last
Which-
one that I played, I think, was on the PS2. Holy crap.
Yeah.
Good
it's,
lord. No,
it's
that's
not
not true. I played it on the
Sure,
PS3.
why not?
But God,
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
old.
it's not a series for me, but
Take a look at my form,
it
and let me know
it
what's
is
wrong.
It
at
is
least
like
the
the
older
most-
games are pretty advanced. Like
It's
the characters would have 50
one step
moves or
Yeah.
something.
It's like
I
the
taste my
Dungeons and
arm.
Dragons of
Then
fighting
strike.
games. It is
Yeah.
It is aggressively inapproachable.
Yeah, basically.
But like it does reward you for your
Can you
dedication,
show me
that's
how
for
to do
sure.
it right?
But it is super technical.
Sure.
But
But I'm
I
not as
remember I
good as
picked up the
father was.
PS3 one because when the PS3 launched, there was precisely one game worth playing, and that was Ninja Gaiden Sigma. And so once I beat that, I was looking for something to play, and so I
Oh,
picked
that
up
was-
the next Virtua Fighter.
Yeah. That was those first two Ninja Gaiden games are great.
Oh yeah, and like I remember thinking
That
to
looks
myself,
good.
okay, so there's really not much
The
else
next
to
part's
play on the
important.
PS3 right now.
Shift in one
I am going
continuous
to
motion.
resolve to
As
get
you step
really good at
forward,
Virtua Fighter.
strike.
Like this is good. Like you
But
were
I'm not
playing
as good
Guilty
as
Gear at the
father
time,
was.
and I was like, oh man, I'm never gonna beat
Yeah.
Max in that, but maybe this is going to be my game. No, no, Chris. I was wrong. And like I could appreciate
Yep.
it. It's like, wow, this
Your
is an
technique is
extremely
so much better
technically
than
impressive
mine.
and tight game that
Completely
I
different
completely
from
cannot
mine.
wrap my brain around.
My father
No,
and I
it
trained
is
for
Especially
it
with-
is pretty
especially with
deep,
the
too deep
control,
for me
like-
too.
It
Sensei
is
always
very,
told me
very
that
clearly
this was the most
meant to be
important
played with an
basic
arcade
technique.
joystick.
Yeah.
Like to the
Oh,
point,
yeah.
like to the
So,
point where the controller
would you like to
feels
practice
wrong
more?
in your hands, trying to enter in the prompts that it demands.
Yeah. It's
This is a good
oh
time to
dude, you
practice.
remember the Xbox 360 controller? I don't
Okay.
You had a 360, right?
Let's keep going.
No,
Oh, you never did?
I've never owned an Xbox. I am
Okay,
a Sony
gotcha.
stalwart.
Yeah, and PS3 was definitely. I'm glad I got one eventually because I ended up enjoying my PS3 a lot more. I started off with the 360 in that generation, but
What was
dude,
that
for
like a
fighting
full year
games-
before, right? For like $200 less.
Yeah, 2005
Yeah.
November, but it was like November 2005. Yeah, it was like a year before. That's kind of unheard of these days.
Yeah. Oh yeah, like they have to release any more
No,
within
that's
like a
enough.
month or two of each other, or they miss the boat.
Yeah, and they know like
Except Nintendo, the rules just don't apply to Nintendo, which is
no,
fine.
the rules don't apply at all.
Well, because Nintendo's
But,
playing a different game, but so
yeah.
that's fine.
If you ever
Well, now
feel like
Microsoft
sparring,
is too.
just ask.
You know, they don't
I'll
even
be
release
here.
their hardware
Thanks,
numbers because they're
Focus on.
like, oh, they're not important. I mean, of course they're important,
Yeah,
and they
it's just
they
the newest
downplay
Xbox,
that.
right?
Yeah, but I think they really want subscriptions to their Game Pass more than anything.
Yeah.
You know, which is smart.
Major
You get someone on a subscription.
Yeah. Major Plausible again, real quick.
Oh.
Only PS3 game that really stood out to him was Siren Blood Curse. I vaguely remember that.
Oh, Siren.
I think that was released episodically.
Oh, was it?
Is that correct? Or like you could download it chapter by chapter, and it was really like you had. If this is the game that I'm remembering, it had like multiple characters that you could play, and you like controlled like psychic powers.
Probably that sounds right. I
Okay,
remember
yeah.
the first Siren game for the PS2.
Okay,
It was a scary game. That was like
it was freaky.
your psychic power was like to hack into the demons or enemy, whatever they were, their minds, and you would see what they saw.
Oh yeah.
And so when you
Which is
saw
disturbing in its own right.
yourself, it was just like, oh shit.
Yeah,
Like,
right. Major Plausibles, yeah, but he was able to download the whole thing at
Hi,
once.
Megumi.
That's cool.
Okay. All right, what are we doing here? Wait, what?
Oh, but hey, speaking of which, now the drought is officially over for PS5 launch titles, and we've got Resident Evil 8, which we're gonna have
yeah.
to play on
Sure,
this
she's
channel
going to
here
be
soon.
fine.
Did you buy it?
I have not yet.
Okay.
Have
Yeah,
you named her
I'm
yet?
looking when I go on my friends list on PS4. That's all I'm seeing is people playing that. It's like,
Let
okay.
me see.
Well, there's something else that shoot, what else is coming out here in really short
How
order?
about Tama?
Crap, there's something else that I was excited about, but now I can't remember what it was.
What's that?
Oh, actually, you know what it is.
When your
It's not
sister
a new
was
game.
about your
I'm
age,
really excited
just
for
like you, she kept a
FF7
cat she
Integrate,
called
and
Tama.
then the
Oh yeah.
and then the Witcher 3 PS5 patch.
Oh my god. Which is like they just keep delivering on that.
I know. Like
But
CD
it's-
Projekt Red is just like, okay, in order to apologize a little bit for the sloppy release of Cyberpunk, here's a full free 4K makeover for Witcher 3.
Yeah, it's nuts.
Enjoy it.
But I'm honestly pretty excited for Integrate myself. I mean, obviously the DLC, but I really just want to play through the game again because I'm replaying it sort of. I'm basically just trying to get the manuals, the art of swordplay, art of sharpshooting, whatever the fuck.
Mhm.
Beating the bosses on hard mode.
Oh, nice.
So I leveled up. I'm pretty much like a level 49 with everyone, but
Yeah.
I'm getting like the last summons and
Yeah, you know that's what
doing all that
bothers me
stuff.
about that game. It's such a fun game. Why just
it is.
fucking
The story
fix
and
the damn
not only
story?
just fun, but it's just like obviously the game's pretty.
Yeah,
And I know there's texture load in and there's problems with that, but when
yeah.
it looks good, it looks good. Like
oh, it looks great.
every
Like zoom in on the
single-
character models. Holy shit!
every single location has totally different assets and backgrounds, and
Mhm.
it's just like most of the time, like yeah, they
Well-
showcase it sometimes where it's like here's a cliff or something where you obviously are meant to stop and look around.
Sure.
Or they'll have characters like start talking and slowing down at certain spots so that
Right.
you can see it. But most of the time you're just walking
How
past
is it
stuff and it's
going?
like I was
Oh,
replaying chapter
I'm
16
so
because
thirsty.
it's a good way
I
to
want
level up.
drink.
Uh-huh.
And I'm
I
just like
don't have any
outside
change.
breaking into the Shinra garage and you just see all these cars in the background
buy you
zooming
one.
by on the
What do you want?
highway,
Yeah.
all
Isn't
the
it nuts?
lights, the
Nice.
towers, and it's
Thanks.
just like they really
kind
brought
of
this
drink
world to
do you
life.
Well,
like?
and the wild thing about it is, for like some of the more
Hmm.
iconic locations that
see.
they recreated, like you can actually go off of your memory a little bit of the PS1 version. Like not 100% like shot for shot, but like there are things that are occasionally, just in the correct
Thanks a
spot,
lot.
and that really
You made
just
my day.
like tickles my nostalgia bone.
Like getting
Is the
outside of the
restaurant
town,
Ah,
the
little.
wherever Seventh Heaven is.
you should come
Yeah.
by again.
The,
The
I can't
Sector
remember
7
what
slums.
sector. Oh, it's Sector 7. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, of course,
Yes.
that's the one that the
Please
plane
give my
crashed on.
regards to
Yeah.
the house, son.
Which was another area where they
Sure
really
thing.
dicked up the story, but
I'll say
anyways.
hi to you.
There's everything when it comes to
No
you know
consequences.
changing fate was just like
Yeah.
ugh. It really.
Okay.
Like,
That really
literally,
was-
the sky fell on these people,
Okay,
and
see ya.
most of them are
Thanks
okay,
again.
including some of the characters that were meant to die in order to galvanize you to fight Shinra.
Yeah, like
there's
the emotional impact.
What emotional impact?
Yeah,
Sorry,
like
I'm not gonna
Wedge.
have this
Wedge was one
conversation.
thing where it's just like, okay, they changed the story a lot here to have these freaking monsters,
Yeah.
like under, which kind of also reeks of
That was a little
what do you call
lame.
it? The Dirge of Cerberus, where
Yeah.
there's this underground to
that's-
Midgar.
That's the thing that's worrying me a little bit about Intergrade. Like, I really hope that those guys are just, like, optional bosses and, like, you never see them again, but I'm worried it's going to be more than that.
Yeah, what's his face in the V? I think
I
it is
don't
a
even
VR
know or
thing.
care. Yeah. like because like I paid that little attention to Dirge of Cerberus. Like I just do not care about those characters. And like I said, fine if you want to include them as like nudge nudge wink wink optional bosses, great. If they have anything to do with the story, like I know like it's not my property and I am not in control of their intellectual design. But,
Yeah.
oh my gosh! Like the when 7 started to fall apart for me was when they created this like expanded multiverse full of like bland characters that nobody gave a shit about. Like,
Yeah.
I really don't want those bland characters that nobody gave a shit about in the game that I give a shit about.
Also, Cloud with his spiky, crazy hair, and Reno as well, were like the only characters that were like that, with kind of that punk hairstyle.
Uh-huh.
And it was just like, okay, cool. It was kind of original.
Yeah,
but then Nomura
them-
kind of was just like, oh, let's do more of that. And
Yeah.
all of a sudden it was just like all the villains and everyone looked,
Well,
every
and
first
the-
class soldier
the
was like
problem-
that.
The problem with those villains is one that they were in shitty spin-off games, but also the fact that they're just lesser versions of the villain that's already in the game, you know?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, the whole and then even Crisis Core, like they changed up everything so that Zack died more heroically and he did all these things, and there's that whole backstory with Angel or whatever the fuck.
Oh god,
that's
who
not it.
gives a shit?
It's they
ma-
really and made Loveless like, hey, remember this throwaway thing we just added to the world to make it look more alive and believable? Well, Loveless,
Well, now we're gonna have a
that's the whole
character
thing.
that just quotes it constantly and is really
And-
stupid. Ugh. Major
it-
Plausible says he has a conspiracy theory. Sony and Microsoft created artificial demand with the new
Who does
consoles in order to sell more
Oh,
digital
yeah.
editions and increase the digital
You know a
consumers.
man
I can
named
see that.
Charlie?
They are being more
Uh,
aggressive.
You know what? Yeah,
Wears a
I've
black
I've heard
leather
about that,
jacket,
and it's
sunglasses, and
not
has a
it's not
tattoo on his arm.
implausible. Like
No.
they're
But it
gonna get
does
a lot
suck
more of
that
the
nobody
profit.
can buy a freaking Xbox or
Always
PlayStation right
bragging
now.
my merchandise,
Yeah.
like he'd ever
And
buy
you can
anything.
tell that
Ugh.
the digital version
does
of the
this Charlie
PS5
come
they
around?
must be selling at a bit of a loss. Like to be $100 less when the disc drive is probably like $50-$60
If that, yeah.
to add. Yeah, so
I see.
they're probably selling that thing at a bit of a loss just so they
Mhm.
can capitalize a little bit more on the bigger slice of the digital
Yeah.
sales.
Though with the disk drive, you also have to remember there's probably you probably need a more proficient cooling unit as well. So I actually don't know. I haven't taken the PS5 apart or watched any
Excuse
videos,
me?
but I don't know if
Hey.
the cooling system is different for
I'm
the two
looking for a
consoles
guy
either.
named Charlie.
Yeah.
Charlie? What's he
Oh
like?
shit, we're at like an
He
hour
always
10
wears a
here,
black
Max. We
leather
gotta
jacket
we
and
gotta beat
sunglasses.
somebody to death
Has a
and call it an
tattoo on his
episode.
arm. Ah, you know him?
Let's
There's
see.
This guy who's always whining about our jackets. Like he
I'm
knows what
going
he's
to go
talking
beat
He's
him
about.
the
up. Whoa, I
he's
didn't
the
say
guy
that.
that
Showing off
he's
his
in the
tattoo.
apartment building.
I see.
Yes,
About that guy
but I
with the
forget which
tattoo.
one.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
came by 4 or 5
That's
days
the
ago.
problem.
Ugly
That's
as the
okay.
worst sin.
I think
Showing off his
next time on
tattoo.
Play the Hits we
What a
can
loser.
We're gonna like
start
start
looking for
knocking on
apartments.
doors.
Nah,
basically,
no.
yeah.
Charlie?
I think it's like
Sorry,
around
I
where
need
some
more
school
help.
kids are
I
like
see.
playing hooky or something. I think. Oh, that's.
Oh, I have a
journal entry?
vague remembrance of what you're talking about. Yeah. All right.
It's- yeah, next time we're gonna find Charlie and
Next time we're stalking Charlie.
yeah. All right, we'll see you then.
All right, buddy. Later.
It looks like I can practice here. I should
No,
work on
it
my
doesn't.
moves.
It's a public parking lot. You stop.
Okay, let's go.